Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you few sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson here. I just wanted to read this article here. It says a woman refused ride from her drunk co-worker, and he hit and killed her later that night. A woman refused ride from drunk co-worker, and he hit and killed her later that night. It says a 22-year-old New York woman refused to get into a car driven by her drunk co-worker after a night out and decided to walk instead, right? She was struck and killed by the co-worker in a hit and run later that night. Madison Faltisco went out with the co-worker Joshua Shiano Thursday night, and the two went to a few bars in the Syracuse area. And it says interviews with people who knew Faltisco, and the investigation showed that after a few hours, Faltisco chose not to get into Shiano's car with him because she knew he was intoxicated. She decided to make what would have been a long walk home, about 3 or 4 miles. It says she didn't get very far. Less than a quarter mile down the road, while Faltisco was walking along the shoulder, Shiano hit her with his Hyundai Elantra, according to a criminal complaint provided by the Onondaga County District's Attorney's Office. Okay, he says that's when Joshua and his vehicle went onto the shoulder of the road, struck her, and he continued off. And it's the young lady that got killed. It says shortly after, Shiana crashed into a pole about a mile away, and his car burst into flames. He was taken to the hospital, and it wasn't until more than 6 hours later that Faltisco's body was found on the side of the road in the early morning. And ultimately, Shiano was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter. Right? Now, this shows you right here, man, when death is coming for you, there's no turning it away. There's no stopping it, regardless of what you do. I believe when this young woman made the decision to get out the car, she felt like, she was making the right decision. This dude is drunk. I don't want to drive in the car with him. He's probably going to crash. He's going to put my life in danger in his. Let me get the hell up out of this car and I'll walk home. But little did she know that would still lead to her death, man. And the very person that she left in the car because they were intoxicated is the same person that ultimately took her life, man. This is spiritual here, man. Just basically letting you know when it's your time to go, you are going to go. And there's nothing that you can do about it. This is Psalms 68:20. It says, he that is our God, or he that is our power, is the power of salvation. And unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the Lord, belong the issues from death. Okay? And as we know, the Heavenly Father orchestrated all of this because it was her time to go. We don't know what she did or what caused her to get put to death, but ultimately it happened, man. And it happened in a crazy way, man. And we've all been in situations like this when we've been driving with someone that's drank a little bit too much. Maybe some of us would have, stayed in the car. Some of us may have decided to, get out. But this is crazy here, man. You know, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. So the Lord had her, get out the car, man. And little did she know that that's just crazy, man. That's a crazy judgment right there from the Lord, man. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. It's just, you know, the way the Lord operates and does things, man, is far out, man. It really is. Let me get Sirach 39. I'm gonna get 25 through 29. And it says, "For good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners." And it says, "The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. And all these things are for the good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil." Right? Which is what the iron, man. The dude had a Hyundai Elantra, which is made out of steel, which is iron is in steel. Okay? So the Heavenly Father turned that thing, into evil for her, man. She ultimately, of course, she was a sinner because no one dies being innocent, and neither is the Heavenly Father a respecter of persons. You don't care how, pretty you are or what have you. When it's your time to go, you're going to go. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And they were both drinking, but the driver was, pretty much inebriated, man. Okay, probably drinking that hard liquor. And what is that hard liquor called, man? It's called spirits, man. That hard liquor puts spirits on you, man. Okay, so the Heavenly Father used him to be a spirit of vengeance, to do his bidding, to take that woman out, man. And now he's going to be in jail for maybe the next 20 years, man, for what he did, driving intoxicated and killing the very person that he was attempting to drive home, So that's something that he's going to have to think about, for the rest of the time that he's here, Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Let me get Hebrews 10 and 31, because there's no escaping the Heavenly Father, man. Let's get Hebrews 10 and 31 real quick. And it says, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power," right? And I'm going to get Wisdom of Solomon 16 real quick, because it is a fearful thing, man, to be in the hands of the Heavenly Father. He could do whatever he wants to do to you or anyone. We're all at his mercy, and there's no escaping any of his judgments that he issues out, man. It's pretty much terrifying, man. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon 16. We'll read 9 through 15. It says, "For them the bitings of grasshoppers and flies killed, neither was there found any remedy for their life, for they were worthy to be punished by such. By thy sons not the very teeth of venomous dragons overcame, for thy mercy was ever by them, and healed them. For they were pricked, that they should remember thy words, and were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it would neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restore them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell, and bringest up again. A man indeed killeth through his malice, and the spirit, when it is gone forth, returneth not, neither the soul received up cometh again." This is my point. "But it is not possible to escape thine hand." Okay? So you can't escape, man. You can't escape when judgment is out for you, when that death angel, is coming to get you. There's nothing you can do. You can't talk your way out of it. You can't cry your way out of it. A pretty woman, she can't bat her eyes at it, persuade it to turn away and let her continue to live, man. You know, if you're a man, you can't offer any money, you know, or offer to do it a favor. You know, when it's your time to go, you know, you're gonna go. And that's exactly, you know, what I get from that article right there, man. You know, that woman thought she was doing a good thing to save her life, you know, and she still got killed, man. She still got put to death, man, by the very person that she left in that car, man. That's crazy. That's crazy right there, man. That is a crazy judgment, man. Let me get Ecclesiastes 3, and we're going to read 1 and 2. And it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. It says a time to be born and a time to die, you know? And it was her time. It was her time, man. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, right? So it's just, wow. You know, I'm really at a loss for words, man, because yeah, you think you're doing the right thing, and then just like that, you're gone, man. Just like that, in the blink of an eye. You know, she didn't even get a quarter of a mile up the road, man. You know? It's my last verse. I didn't want to make this too long. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9. I'm going to read 11 and 12. And it said, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But time and chance happeneth to them all. And it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare. So are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Shalom.